Guys, we are so totally back, guys. I am so excited, guys. You have no idea how excited I am to do these videos again, guys. I have been literally, I said in the last couple of videos, I'm gonna shut up about it, but because I have to just express how excited I am to do this. For the past few weeks, I've been laid up with this leg all messed up because I got hurt skating and I couldn't walk for like a couple of weeks. And well, I could sort of walk, but it was like all pain. Like now it's still kind of, my leg's still kind of halfway messed up, but at least there's no more pain. I'm still kind of walking like Fred Sanford, you know what I mean? But like, you big dummy, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of, you know what I mean? Right now I am lit off some shampoo. Shout out to all the Sanford and Son fans out there, guys. Well, so guys, we're here. We got to do it, guys. I'm super hyped because the last one, guys, was obviously so amazing, right? But here's the thing. I didn't know which direction to go because we did her second to the last album, right? It's the only album we've done, right? So I didn't know. I was thinking, I was like, do we start? Because all the discographies we're doing, we've either started at the end or the beginning. But with Solange, we didn't. We kind of started almost at the very end. So I wasn't sure which direction to go. So I figure let's kind of do it weird. Let's go forward and then let's go back. So that's the direction we're gonna do it. Instead of going from the beginning this way, we're gonna go forward. We're gonna hear obviously we're gonna hear this one right now. You guys know what you clicked on, and then we're gonna be going backwards from here, skipping seat at the table. So I don't even, how many freaking albums does she even have? I don't even know. But whatever. And she has EPs too, because we are gonna still be doing the true EP. Man, if you guys saw when we were doing the EP live, that's a whole other story. You know what, let's just get into this, guys. I'm rambling. Let me shut up. Guys, long story short, guys, I'm hyped to hear this. I off rip, I don't feel like I know what to expect, with the exception of what we heard from the last album. But again, I'm not sure if she's the type to completely switch it up, or I don't really still know. So guys, I'm excited. Guys, shout out to everybody, guys. Let's just get into it, guys. Let me shut up, guys. We're here, we're queer. We don't want any more bears, guys. Released on March 1st, 2019. When I get home from, so actually, hold on before we get into it. When I get home, I'm very curious to hear if we will get I don't want to say like an explanation, but like maybe some type of like expounding on the title of the album. Because when I get home, I immediately think of a couple different things, and I'm very curious what she meant by when I get home. I can think of when I get home, like, oh my gosh, when I get home, like excited, like you can't wait to get home, all the things you're gonna do when you get home. But when I get home also makes me think of like when I get home, maybe even in like a sense of like a relationship, maybe like, what is what we're gonna do when I get home, like when I get home, you know what I mean? But then also maybe even like when I get home, like stress, like, oh, when I get home I gotta you know, or even more. Maybe back to like being a little kid and your mom be like, when I get home, you know what I mean? Oh man, you better have this stuff because when I get home, you know what I mean? So like, I'm very curious, when I get home, what does she mean by that? What does she mean? Guys, let's get into this. Guys, released, let me shut up, guys. Released March 1st, 2019. Guys, we got Solange with When I Get Home. Let's get into it.
Some things I imagine, I saw things I imagined, I saw things I imagined, I saw things I imagined, I saw things I imagined.
Go. Yeah. Yeah.
Things I imagine, things I imagine, saw things I imagine, I 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 saw
Go.
I imagine.
Go.
Things I imagine, things I imagine, things I imagine,
like she has like it's in 4, meaning like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But then all of a sudden she'll have like a bar of 7 or like, but then a bar of 9 and a bar of 11. But then back to like a bar of 4, like. Right, come 3, 4, 5, 6,
And now my heart knows no delight. I boarded a train, kissed all goodbye. I boarded a train, kissed all goodbye. And now my heart knows no delight.
Wow. It's like a neo soul R&B vibe, but more almost like with a jazz fusion vibe going on though, you know? Especially rhythmically. Even the horns, listen, like, oh my god. Yeah. But then with the modern production, like a sample from the modern production. This is fucking insane. Oh my. It's like in my octave.
Call me, even on the way to the show. Way to the show. Can it be to the show. Candy paint down, open doors. Wait till you know. Painted downtown like before. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. Call me when you on your way to the call. Way to the show.
Yeah.
Get the paint down to the floor. Way to the show. Get the paint down to the floor. Way to the show. Get the big bang, make it tall.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you don't know.
Yeah.
Know the make rain like a god. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. Oh, you can get it. Oh, you can get it. Call me. Give it all the way to the goal. Way to the show. Can it be down to the floor? Wait till you know. When the thing ain't gonna blow. Into the malls. Drop it down low to the floor. Take all your calls. When the thing ain't gonna blow. Take it now. Give it all the way that you know.
Yeah.
And another way that you go. And another way that you go. I'ma come and get it. Come and get it.
This is literally overwhelming me right now, guys.
Come and get it in a minute. Come and get it.
Who's this? This is crazy.
Bitch, the mic. Don't hold it. Can I hold the mic? You can't. I would like to say. Okay. I would like to say.
I can't be a singular expression of myself. There's too many parts, too many spaces, too many manifestations, too many lines, too many curves, too many ways, too many journeys, too many mountains, too many rivers, too many.
Down, down, down on the floor. 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 Niggas get fade and they feel it on their face. Talking all day, then they feel it on their place. Take it on down, make them feel it on the day. Take it on home and they feel it all the way. Take it on shots and they feel it on their face. Take it all down, make them feel it on their face. Man, get down and they put it on the show. Girls getting down every day. Working out of town on the floor. Making things swing on the go. Niggas get down and they feel it on their face. Down, 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 don't you know? Yeah.
Fretless bass sounds like Richard Bonner style.
Who the fuck came up with that idea to double the melody on the bass? That is insane. Who said we're gonna double the melody on the bass? Fucking crazy.
It's definitely leading heavy into again right there. So fire doing it right there too. Leaning so heavy.
Without intention.
Hold on.
Do nothing without intention.
Yeah. Do nothing without intention is how I live my life, guys.
That.
Like
see that? That's what I'm talking right there, but I can't get it out. Relying so fuck. Trying to catch the lyrics, guys. Yeah.
Not even in that Florida water. Not even in that Florida water. In that Florida water. On my drink. Sip, 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 sip. I'm on my drain on sip, sip, sip.
it leans very heavily into a sampled sound and electronic like programmed sound, while also having an entirely organic traditional instrument sound. You hear the light bass, you hear the keys, and then you hear that. There haven't been a lot of elements of sampling on this one, but the last elements of like sampling stuff that they are obviously recorded. Feeling so good, maybe sneeze. is crazy, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Go! Yeah.
This is different, guys. This music's so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Crazy, guys. Oh my god.
Like I always wanted to try those ribs. My bag is all lit. Are the ribs really that good? I'm gonna slap my mom for those ribs. Fuck, let me try them. Fuck, I'm down. Let me try it. Yeah. I mean, in 2019, you had to do the triplet flow, right? You had to do it. Oh, you hear that? Background. You hear those harmonies? I can't do them both at the same time, but you heard them, right? Okay. Ah, I thought I was gonna result that fourth now. Go. It's like a mini moog or something. On the bass, I mean. Anybody else hearing I'm missing 2-5? Am I the only one? If anybody knows what I'm saying?
You would say to me, only way to know.
Right, but then it didn't even result to a one minor. But did you guys hear that? Anybody? Did you hear that 2-5? That wasn't there? Go! Go!
And the fear of the unknown that moves too close. But we gotta go, yeah, we gotta go for the light to do its
What is that? Is that a moog? The filter sounds mogish, but maybe it's just like one oscillator. Because it sounds fat like a 3 oscillator mini moog, but talking about the bass guys, my bad. For all the synth people out there. That piano sounds like an upright.
You gotta know, you gotta know, you gotta know, you gotta know.
Sounds crazy. My trick writes it's like a
You gotta know,
with the EQ, like the highs rolled off on a.
you gotta know, you gotta know.
I get with the time. again, so I'm saying, like, just going into 5 out of nowhere. 5 meaning instead of counting to 4, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3. Most music is not at 5. Most music is at 4. So like doing like even like that, like there are pretty good amount of songs at 5 maybe, but not really. Like just jumping all over the time signatures and shit. Like rhythmically, this whole album so far is.
Like to slang, Gucci like to bang.
Yeah, not to mention the lyrics that we haven't talked about yet.
Go hard in the pain.
Right, listen.
Gucci like to slang.
Yeah.
Gucci like to slay.
Yeah.
Gucci like to come down in these starches every day.
Yeah.
Gucci like to play. Gucci like to play. Gucci like to come down in his starches and be playing Gucci fly. Gucci got that
Imagine the changes, guys. Oh my gosh, man.
Slab what the fly. Gucci got that grill. Gucci got that chill. Gucci coming down with the bang, got the bill. Gucci on the sheets. Gucci on the speed.
Go.
I didn't want to soccer. She had Gucci on her cleats. Gucci like to shine. Gucci like to wave. Gucci like to come down. He go hard in the pain. He go hard in the pain. Gucci, he go hard in the pain.
So Scooch the drink, soda like the ball, Solo brought the game.
Go.
They don't hold the wall.
Yeah.
Solo like the shop. Solo bought the mall. Solo brought the guap. Solo throwed it all. Who walk not photo? My skin, my logo. Yeah. My skin, my logo.
He actually super killed that verse of this song. He actually killed that verse. Hit the 808 cowbell. Where's that 808? Boop. Yeah, the 808 cowbell right there.
Coming down hard, coming down clean.
808 is the drum machine, guys.
Got the swing.
You heard that cowbell 20 million times.
Candy paint. With the swingers on. Got the swingers.
Go. Yeah. Whoa. 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 To the drums that they switched up to? Oh my god. Not only are they like, are they, oh my god. Not only are they low passed, meaning like the high end is taken out.
It's not about the physical manifestation of sex. Now we deal with the freaking, but that's in volume 2. First, I'm trying to get the woman to
Is there like a Lynn drum or there was like Simmons, like the toms?
and the spiritual energy.
Go.
Do you
Yeah.
realize how magnificent you are? The God that created you is a divine architect that created the moon, the sun, the stars, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, Venus. We
Go.
are not only sexual beings, we are the walking embodiment of God consciousness.
Talk. Go ahead, talk. She came in with that fucking woman is God shit on you guys. Are you ready for that? Damn. That's a whole discussion for later, guys. Hold up. Let's just get to the album first. We can't even get into that right now. Damn.
Stay
appreciate, guys, how insane the harmonies are. I don't mean the vocal harmonies, I mean what the chords are playing. The chord progression. Actually, the vocal harmonies, though, oh my god. Go. Go.
Her voice is so fucking pretty, guys. Let's be for real, guys. Her voice is literally so fucking.
This will be such a fun tune to play over. Go. You guys know how I feel about key changes, guys. Love them. Go.
Love me, 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 love love me.
was that? It sounded like a Mellotron or something.
If it's possible,
What the fuck was that?
place
It
you
sounded
in my
trippy.
brain, to let you roam around in and out my thought waves. You would never have to ask, why do you love me?
Trippy little short interludes and everything is crazy.
You can work through me. You can say what you need in my mind. I'll be yours.
this arrangement is of having this.
Get it right. Good night. Taking on the light. Taking on the light. Taking on the light.
That was insane. Is that it? Is that it? No, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it. No, Solange, we need more. No, that wasn't it. Whoa. Guys, that was different, guys. The only thing I could say about this album that we just heard right now, guys, is that was different, guys. Guys, what am I literally supposed to say about what we just heard? That was different. Like, I feel like I have to end the video now, because if not, I'm gonna probably talk for another 20 minutes. Like, guys, that was different. That was first of all, before anything, super huge shout out to Solange and all the producers and all the musicians who came together to make that album. All the engineers, everybody who did everything to, you know what I mean, from setting up mics to actually playing on it to, you know, all the production shit and mixing the master and everything, because that album was insane, guys. Whoa. And guys, you gotta think, all right, fuck, I'm just gonna ramble, guys. So just end the video here if you don't want to hear me talk, guys. Guys, there was so much going on in that album. Like I said, I tried to say it somewhat in the album, but I kind of kept getting cut off because, you know, trying to pay attention to everything. Guys, it had such a fire blend, like I said, of organic sound. And by organic, I don't like that word. I just kind of said that just really quick because I was just trying to, because at the end of the day, like, you know, like all right, like my main instrument is guitar, right? There's nothing organic about a piece of wood with metal and like these metal strings. Like, that's not an organic, that doesn't just occur in nature. So it's not really organic. Like, so like, I don't mean that, but you know what I mean. When people use those type of terms, they typically, what they mean is traditional pre-1950s instruments. Basically like non-electronic instruments is what they really mean, right? So my point is, like, this had a fire blend of like I don't even want to say electronic. It's even hard to say electronic because if we're being technical, I don't want to get into, you know, super fucking music shit. But like a lot of those sounds that you heard, that those sounds of the keys, that they sound sort of piano-ish. It sounds like an electric piano. Those were either, it sounded like we had both on those. Some of the tracks were either a Rhodes piano or a Wurlitzer, which are like the two big electric pianos from back in the day. They're from the 50s, but those are technically electric instruments. So technically they have time. I don't want to get into it. We're not get technical, but the point is, like, even that, because some people want to be like, oh, well, that's not electronic. Well, I mean, they're technically electric instruments. I don't know. They're electric, maybe not electronic, depending how you want to refer to it. So my point though is to say though that this album had such a super fire blend. This album had such a super fire blend of those sounds, those old school, traditional, organic, whatever you want to call them, type sounds, but mixed with modernish, sort of modernish throwback, I'll say, because, okay, again, not to get super, but guys, if you're still watching, whatever, I'm just gonna ramble at this point. So, like, in the 50s and 60s, like, I feel like a lot of people, like, again, unless you're super obsessed with music and all music and the history of music and that's your entire life, like, why would you even know this stuff? So it doesn't matter that you don't know this stuff, maybe, but like, I feel like a lot of people don't really know that, like, we're living in like a whole new era of music right now. Like, and I don't just mean like 2024 or like, or what, like, I'm talking about like about since, let's even say the 30s, let's say, is when all of a sudden you had the like birth of like electrified instruments. You know what I mean? Like this guitar, for example, like an electric guitar, the electric guitar from the history of human beings. Well, let's say the history, like they mentioned the guitar, let's say, right? And around, it's debated when is the first true guitar, but let's say
we go around the estimated 1650 date, right? From about 1650 to about 1935, 6-ish. So for almost 300 years, this did not exist. The guitar was an acoustic instrument. The idea that you would put these pickups, these things are basically like a mic. It's a magnet, and it amplifies the vibration of the strings, and then it comes out from the cable that's not hooked up, and that those go into the amplifier, and that makes it louder, and then it comes out the speaker, and that's how an electric guitar works, right? So like, my point though is like, so like it's ever since the 30s, really, we've been living in a whole new era of music. And then, like I said, in the 50s, all of a sudden you had like those piano sounds that we heard, those key sounds. Like the Wurlitzer came out in the 50s, the Rhodes came out in the 60s. That was by Fender, and I mean, you've heard those sounds on 20 million records. If you guys are into R&B at all, even in the slightest, you've heard a Wurlitzer and a Rhodes 20 million times. The Rhodes in particular, but the Wurlitzer also though. My point, guys, is we're living in this whole era of this electronic music. We are in, like, it's kind of hard to put it into perspective too, because like, let's say you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, right? Like, this is all you've ever known. So, but you have to put it in the context of human history, like of all the, and I'm rambling, but as we think about like how long have humans been around, and when was the very first time that a human figured out that you can go and make a rhythmic beat or something, or when's the first time a human figured out that they can grunt and go and figured out they could create a melody? Like, when's the first time? Who knows? But like, ever since then, up until the 30s, all music was acoustic. So you got to think how crazy it is that we are living in the modern era of electronic and electric music. What's my point? My point is, she had organic, I guess you could say, sound, traditional, I guess you could say, sounds ish, but also mixed, like with what I said, with like the very modern throwback sounds though. So like I said, the Wurlitzer came out in the 50s. If you guys go put on the classic Wurlitzer, one of the super early classic Wurlitzer tracks, What I Say from Ray Charles. You hear that. That's a Wurlitzer that he was playing. So, or the Rhodes. I mean, the Rhodes has been on so many classic records. The first one I can think of on top of my head, even though it's not an R&B track, go put on Riders on the Storm from The Doors. That's a classic Rhodes right there. Ray Manzarek used the Rhodes and he goes super crit. Doing that. He's like going down like a Dorian, like a D Dorian scale in thirds. Classic, super classic. Like, my point is, like, these are like modern sounds, but throwback sounds, because they're still from like 50s, 60s, 70s. You'll still hear them now, but they're still kind of throwback-ish. Even like using like the cowbell from the 808. The 808 is a drum machine. Obviously, you guys might have heard of the 808 because of the bass and the kick on the 808 drum machine. The bass drum, which is like the big, if you picture a drum set, the big one that sits on the floor, that you go like this with, the one that always says the band name. That one, the sound of the kick on that drum machine was very bassy. It had a big bass, boom, boom, boom. So everybody started using that bass, that kick as a bass, in conjunction with an actual kick sound, like a dead thump kick sound. So my point is, you might have heard of the 808. When people talk about the 808, they normally are talking about the kick sound, but again, the 808 was an actual drum machine. Go put on the classic early Sexual Healing, Marvin Gaye. When you hear that drum machine, that drum, that's an 808. You hear the cowbell on that track. You know what I mean? That cowbell. So my point is, like, there's a lot of kind of throwback stuff with that, but in the same time, it also had sort of a even more modern than that, although maybe still slightly throwback 90s, early 2000-ish sound, where it's sort of sounded like, even maybe late 80s, but like sort of sampled, like that sampler MPC, you know what I mean? Even like an emu, like this thing, guys. Like, this is kind of more modern because this has like 64 of these little squares, but like an old MPC would have had like 16 of these squares. They would have been bigger. I mean, you can still buy MPCs. MPC is a sampler, and so like some of the you could like split up audio into each different little square so that you can hit it in different orders, and you could mix up the audio in real time. But you can also hit the same thing over and over. So you could go boom, 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 boom. That type of sound that you've heard 20 million that let me hit the same sample thing over the same note over and over, like, which is still sort of a throwback to, like I said, not as much of a throwback as like a Wurlitzer or a Rhodes, but that's still like a kind of late 80s 90s ish throwback into the early 2000s, let's say. But so my point though is like, it was just, I don't know, I just love the album. So like sonically and production wise, I totally loved it. Her voice, I mean, that's one of those things I feel like we don't even have to really mention, because like you guys heard it, right? Like, so I don't even have to really say it, right? Like like you heard that, right? Like you heard her voice, right? So like, but like, and lyrically too though, I feel like lyrically this album also kind of in contrast to the last one, you know what I mean? Because I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, I guess there were maybe similarities too, so I don't know. Kind of sounds like I'm going all over the place. It was different. It was kind of the same. What am I even talking about? But if you guys really loved that last album and this one, then you guys kind of feel me, at least, hopefully, right? I know it kind of said like, what are you saying? But if you feel me, you feel me. If you understand what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, just everything about this was super fire, like I said. And then obviously too, for me, like I said, I kept mentioning throughout the harmonies, like not just the vocal harmonies, although her vocal harmonies were amazing, like totally. First of all, in order to like I said in a couple other videos, but like anytime we really talk about harmony, like in harmonizing for real, like you have to remember, like it's not just the fact that the harmonies sound good, it's being able to do it. Because a lot of people, it's surprising, it's sort of surprising, but maybe not, but it's still sort of maybe, I don't know. A lot of people can't harmonize, like, and not because they can't do it, but because they just don't have the experience and enough practice, you know what I mean, like with anything else. But because the trick is though with harmonizing, it's like you have to be able to hear the harmony line in your head while the person is singing the main melody, you know what I mean? So you have to really have an ear in order to hear the harmony. And then especially like depending on the way you're harmonizing, like if I don't know if you guys, you know, kind of notice on here, but like some of the harmonies were above the note that's being harmonized, but some were below, you know. So if I'm going ba 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 ba, I could harmonize way up there, but I could also harmonize, you know what I mean? That was a terrible example, but but you guys feel what I'm saying, right? So like, but in order to do that, and in order to have, you know what I mean? Even something as, even like a 3-part, even a 2-part harmony, honestly. I was going to say even simple as a 4-part, but 4-part is maybe more complicated. 3-part is more complicated. Let's say even, all right, the most basic of all harmonies, a 2-part harmony, right? Because one note playing at a time, that's not harmony, right? That's just a melody. So you need 2 notes playing together to have harmony. So the most basic of a harmony, a 2-part harmony, even that, you have to be able to hear the other line while the person is singing. So even if she's harmonizing with herself and she's in the booth listening to herself and harmonizing with herself through headphones, you still have to be able to hear the harmony line in your mind while singing along with the main line and not getting thrown off. You know what I mean? Which, when you can do it, it's like anything else. It's not hard when you can do it, but if you don't know how to do it, and it's you'll be surprised how incredibly difficult it is and how many people can't do it. Even people who can sing well, like who people have really nice voices and you could think, oh, this is a really good singer, but they a lot of times, I've seen it. Trust me, guys, you guys know music my entire life. I could get into all kinds of stories, guys, of people like where I've seen where they can't harmonize with themselves, like for whatever reason. It's just, it is a tricky thing to do. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of weird. You just have to have an ear for it. You just have to be able to build up your ear for harmonies and be able to, you know what I mean, and hearing the notes, the different notes of whatever. And especially depending if you want to do what kind of harmonies you're even trying to hit, you know what I mean? If you're just doing a basic thirds harmony, I'm not trying to get all music theory out, but if you're trying to do basic thirds and stuff, that might be even easier. Once you start getting into clusters, or if you're trying to get into fourths and fifths, your ear has to be super. Fourths and fifths might be even seemingly easier, but not necessarily, because of the jumps and You know what I mean? They're sort of, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, my point though is that, my point is the harmonies on this album were fire. And when I say harmonies, I don't mean, anytime you ever hear me in a video, guys, say the word harmony, I'm not ever referring to vocal harmonies. I'm always referring to the chords, to the chord progression, to what is it that the musicians are doing. What are the chords that they're playing? Not just in a vacuum, but in context to one another. What is the chord progression? What is that's what I mean when I refer to the harmony. So the harmony on this album, somewhat typical, I would say, of modernish R&B, where there are a lot of different changes, a lot of going through. Again, I'm not trying to super ramble, guys, but there's a lot of like what I would call full. I don't even know how to describe it. I would call it, I don't know, full extended diatonicism, which, not to get super like or rambling. Hey, if you're watching, you guys are watching, guys. Fuck it, guys. Basically, like, guys, here, guys. If you care, guys, here's a quick little music theory lesson for you guys who don't play, but I don't care. I'll try to explain this for people who don't play. So, guys, basically, I'm out of tune, first of all. So, guys, basically, in all the music that you, for the majority of people listen to, it's in what is called this. It's very, not to really ramble. All right, guys. Basically, what is sound? Guys, there's vibrations. When you talk, you know how you feel your voice vibrating. You touch your throat and you feel it vibrating. Things vibrate. The air vibrates, right? And that's what sound is. And depending on how fast or slow the air is vibrating, that's how low or high a note is. If the air is vibrating super fast, if I go up here and I start talking up here, then I'm making the air vibrate higher. And if I go down here and I start talking down here, then the air is vibrating lower, right? And if I hit this high note, the air is vibrating faster. And if I hit this low note, this is a high one, right? And if I hit the low one, the air is vibrating lower. And that's why it's basic. I'm not trying to get into the super details of the strings and everything, but in general, right? So in general, you can go anywhere from a high to low. So you can go in anywhere. So my point is, in what most of the music that we all listen to is what's known as the 12-tone system. Basically, in other parts of the world and in certain cultures, the way... Listen, okay, basically, there's an octave. What is an octave? An octave, if you have this note, and then I have this note up here, this is the same note, but higher. It's the same note, but just basically the frequency of how fast this is vibrating, right? I like to say this A, right? But this is like A110. So this A is vibrating at 110. When I hit this note, the air is vibrating, the string is vibrating at 110 kilohertz per second. So basically like 110,000 times in a second is how fast this thing is vibrating in order to get this note. 110. If I double that to 220, we get the same note, but what's called an octave higher. This is 220. We could double that to 440. And now we have A440. So this is A110, A220, A440. Double that, we have A880. I hope this is sort of clear. This is a long explanation. My point, guys. My point, in between this and this, in between 110 and 220, think about it. We can have 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, right? We could even go 114.5, 114.6, 114.7. Think about how infinite and finite and minutely you could, maybe not finite, but think about how minutely you could like divide 110 to 220, right? Just the numbers, right? So the point is like, all the way there's a million different ways of dividing what's called an octave. So from the note at this thing to doubled, that's an octave basically. I hope this is becoming clear. This is a long ass explanation. Long story short, guys, there's a lot of ways to do it. All the music that we hear, for the most part, the way that it comes from a system that was developed hundreds of years ago, where it's essentially decided to divide it into 12 different tones in that octave, so that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we repeat. Okay, so we have 12 notes. So in Western music, and most of the music that you've ever heard probably in your entire life, it consists of 12 different notes. There's 12 notes in music. In other cultures, there's more. There's also, you might guys look up microtonal music if you're interested in hearing music that is beyond the 12 tone system. But look, yeah, microtonal, I would say. But there's a lot of stuff out there. Long story short, guys, this is a long story. All right. So now that we have 12 notes, right? All right. So in the Western system, in the modern Western system, we have, not to get super rambly again, we have basically what's known as a key. You guys might have heard what key, the key of C, key of A. You guys might have heard, oh, they're singing out of key, but you guys might not know. So what is a key? All right. So what is a key? So a key is basically, long story short, out of those 12 notes, for certain reasons that the notes have to do with each other, where they go well with each other, let's say, just to kind of make it quicker, we end up with what are known as scales. And a scale is a collection of notes. Now, a scale typically is anywhere from 4 to 12 notes. Typically, when you have 3 notes or less, that's not considered a scale. But 4 to 12 notes, because remember, we only have 12 notes in music, right? So from 4 to 12 notes, that's called a scale, a collection, basically, of notes, okay? So the majority of the music that you've ever heard in your entire life is based off what's known as a key. So what is a key? Basically, we have there's a million different scales out there, because there's a million different combinations of those notes, right? Of 4 notes, 5 notes, 6 notes, 7 notes, 8 notes, 9 notes, 12 notes, 11 notes, 12, right? You could combine them all in different combinations, right? Well, except for 12 notes. There's only one combination of 12 notes, right? Which is all the notes. But my point is, so out of the 7 note combinations, there's a combination what we call the major scale. You might have heard of major keys and stuff being major. You might have heard of minor. Minor is sort of related. Long story short, in a major key, in a major scale rather, we have 7 notes. So like a C major scale, there's 7 notes. The last note is the first note repeated. Remember, an octave, right? So doubled. So we really have 7 notes. So those 7 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you guys wanted to go, which is the first note though. Now that's kind of the essence of what makes I'm trying to keep this simple, but like there's always exceptions, so I'm not trying to get into that. But basically, you hear how this goes. You want it to go up, don't you, right? Right? You hear that? That's the essence of what makes a key. That this note wants to go to this note. All these notes, you hear how you want it to go, right? Listen. You want it to go boom. Boom. When I don't go back to boom. Now, do you feel that? Basically, that's what a key is. All the notes in this scale revolve around this one particular note. So the 7 notes of the scale are all centering around this note, which is we call a root note. That doesn't matter. So long story short, too late, right? When we come to harmonizing, now remember we're talking about harmonies, right? We can harmonize each note. So instead of going, I can harmonize and I could go. I'm out of tune, but and that's harmonizing. Remember I said 2-part harmony, so this is 2 notes. But I can harmonize with 3 notes too. I could go. Right? So I can harmonize, and then this is, right now I'm technically playing 5 notes, but some of them are doubled, so this is still a 3-note harmony technically. So I could go. Oh, I just actually shouldn't have been half diminished. This should have been whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. So the point is, now that we have those 7 notes, if we harmonize them, all of a sudden now we have chords. Now we have, especially if I do them in 7ths. So I could do that last one as a 7th. All right, I hope this is like sort of clear. So again, that's what sound, remember, is a frequency. We can divide the octave into different things. We've divided it into 12, and now we have a 7-note scale. Those 7 notes, all of the 7 notes revolve around one note. And if we harmonize those notes, now we have these chords. I hope this is sort of making sense, right? So what's my point? The majority of the music that we listen to, at least for the history of humanity, depending, again, it's sort of, there's been music all over. So again, this is, we're talking about Western music, and we're talking about the music coming from the tradition of Western music, really. So again, there's so much music all around the world that does not conform to this. So I'm not saying that this is all the history of every music ever. I'm not saying that. But what's popular music, and the stuff probably that you guys like to listen to, popular stuff, what's considered popular music, recorded music throughout the past whatever, and shit that's popular, a lot of it, again, this is how you, so if you wanted to write a song in the key of C, all these chords are in the key of C. So you would use these chords to write a song. So you could use any of these chords. You could go from here. Again, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, like, that's how you do a song. So like in a key, now you already have the chords that belong to the key. So now just mix them up, try to come up with something in there. Hey, now you have a song in that key, right? Okay. So my point is to say, when I was talking about a full extended diatonicism. So when we use these notes that are in this scale and nothing else, because remember, we have 12 notes in music, right? In our modern, again, remember, there's 12 notes from here to here. Right? There's 12 notes, right? So if we have a scale with 7 notes, that means there's 5 notes that are not being played, right? So when you hear somebody sing a note that sounds wrong or out of the key, that means that they're singing one of the 5 notes that doesn't belong with the 7 notes that make up the song that we're listening to, if that makes sense. So if we're playing these chords, remember, the chords are harmonized from the scale. Remember that, right? And all of a sudden you go, if we're doing this and we go, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa, what happened there? Well, those notes were not in. Well, I guess that to 1 second ago was, I should have gone. Has nothing to do with that. What? That sounds fucked up. Because those notes are not in the key that we're in. So that's why when you hear somebody singing like messed up, and it's like, what happened there? That's what happened. They're singing one of the 5 notes that has nothing to do with the 7 notes that we're dealing with, right? Okay. So diatonic just means that we're using the 7 notes from the scale. So if we're in the key of C, we're using the 7 notes from the C major scale. Okay, that's diatonicism. So what is extended diatonicism then? Basically, again, not to get super theoried out, but it's already too late. So if anyone's still watching, hey, you're welcome. Basically, different keys. Remember, there's 12 notes, so there's 12 different major keys, right? But there's also, we didn't get into minor, but minor is a different thing too. I don't want to get into minor, but basically there's a major scale and there's a minor scale. So in the same way that we harmonized the major scale, we went, and then we went 2-part harmony, and then we went 3-part harmony, right?
Well, there's a minor scale, and if we play the minor scale and we harmonize that in 2 parts, we can, you know what I mean? And then we can harmonize that in 3 parts. Do you guys see what I'm getting at? So that's a whole other thing too. So minor is its own key. So we have major and we have minor. Okay. So what is extended diatonicism? So my point is, there's 2 types. There's basic, in my opinion, if I was teaching a student again, because I know I'm super rambling because I used to be I could still do it. I just don't don't really like to teach anymore. But I used to teach music and guitar and music theory and stuff. So guys, so basically, there's a basic extended diatonicism. It to me means in the key of C. We can also use all the chords from the key of F because it's only 1 note difference. So only 1 note is different from the key of F. And if I play the key of C, there's 7 notes in each of those scales. 6 of them are the same. 1 is different, but 6 of them are the same. So the key of C and F have 6 of the same notes, and the key of C and G, same thing. They have 6 notes in common, only 1 different. And then when it comes to the minor keys, which would be A minor, D minor, and E minor, which are those 3. The key of A minor has the same exact 7 notes as the key of C. So those are called relative because they're related, because they're the same exact 7 notes. So the key of C major has the same exact 7 notes as the key of A minor, okay? The key of F is 1 note different than the key of C, right? But the key of D minor has all the same 7 notes as F. So, which means it has 6 of the same as C. I know this is a lot. So D minor, same 7 as F, and F has 6 of C, right? So that also means that D minor has 6 of C. So that means, and also that when it comes to G, if G has 6 of C, but E minor and G are the same, so G has 7 notes and E minor has 7 notes, and those 7 notes are the same. 6 of those notes in both of those scales are the same as C. That now means basic extended diatonicism means we can use all the chords from the key of C, but also use all the chords from the key of F, the key of G, the key of A minor, the key of D minor, and the key of E minor. We can use all the chords from all those 6 keys while playing a song that is still in the key of C. I know it's a lot. It might be like, what? So basically, that is extended diatonicism in its basic form. The full, in my opinion, the full version of extended diatonicism gets into, I'm not trying to get super rambly. We get into what's called modal mixture, but basically, we can have extended diatonicism off of any chord or off of any note in the scale, which gives us way more different stuff. So basically, what's the point? My point is, a typical thing, you would have this. You would have, this is a super typical progression. That's like, like that Bob Marley, No Woman No Cry, right? No woman no cry. No woman no cry. Alright, that's right. That's like a basic progression. That's all. This is diatonic, not even extended basic. This is just pure diatonic, the original 7 notes, right? Doing stuff where we go. This is full extended diatonicism right here. So when we go, we're in the key of C. So C is obviously from C, right? But when we go to E flat has nothing to do, especially in E flat major 7, because now we could sort of tonicize this really. This really has literally nothing to do with C major. This has 2 notes in common. No, 3 notes in common. This has 3 notes in common out of the 7.
So remember we're saying like earlier, like the key of F has 6 notes in common out of the 7 notes with C. This one has only 3 notes in common. So when we go from here, you hear it right away. You hear that. And then if I go to again to, then it's like whoa, whoa, whoa. Then again, different. And if we go to this, right? You hear it. Like you hear how each one sounds like it's coming from, but it still sounds like they all want to go here though, right? Kind of just back to the scale when I went. You hear that it wants to go there, right? Okay, well, those are the actual notes from the scale, but right here, you hear it wants to go back. You hear it. It wants to go back there. So even though this chord is not actually from that scale, it still wants to go back to there. So that's why it's still diatonic, but because these notes are come from a whole different place, which I don't want to get into how we got them because it doesn't matter because I'm not teaching you guys how to do it. I'm just trying to explain what it means. That is why it's extended diatonicism. Remember, it's been extended by having 6 notes in common. Well, the less notes you have in common, but still they're somewhat related in a certain way where they all still want to go back to that main note. This is still extended diatonicism, but now we have full extended diatonicism. What's my point? That this album was super fire because the harmonies on here were so fire. And my point is to say when I talk about harmonies, not vocal harmonies, these type of harmonies. What are the chords doing? What is the chordal harmony? You know what I mean? Super fire album, guys. I've rambled enough. I love you guys. If anyone's still watching, shout out to you guys. I totally love you guys. And that was amazing. I really, like I said, also the cover too. We didn't even touch on the cover, but I love the cover. Obviously, to me, it sort of feels like it's kind of playing off of the last one in a sense. But I love it. Guys, this album, guys, again, I mean, what am I going to say? Like I said, it's because like I said this right when it ended. I have to just say it's good and end the video or I'm not going to shut up. And look at this. I've been talking for 30 minutes now. Guys, shout out to you guys. I love you guys. That album was amazing, guys. We'll be back. She has so much more music that we have to get to, so we will be getting to it. Guys, go check out my music, guys, in the description on my other channel. And guys, we'll be back. Go follow me if you want, guys, on IG or Twitter at Inyo Kutsi, INYO KUTSE. And we'll be back, guys.